Hi, I'm Carrie Morgan, and I'm the Theater Department Chair at the Salt Lake School for the Performing Arts. Well, we actually have a storytelling class that just ended this last semester, but this seemed to fit in really well because the storytelling, it's all about the storyteller. It's all on that one person to communicate the story, to draw the audience in, and I thought it would be really great for them to hear that from another perspective. The interactive portion where they got together in their little groups and thought about how that relates to their present world, and noticing also from an acting standpoint it was helpful because then they see, oh, this is another approach to character background, and developing that character and telling the story of that character. And also from the background of just here's a whole different way of approaching the history of my character and thinking about it and bringing it into a modern context so I can relate to this person from the past. Theater is a way of being able to sit back and observe in a very safe place what's going on. Through theater, we get to learn about different aspects of life, different aspects of art, different aspects of communication, and theater is this way of making it accessible to people in a way that's really palatable, really safe. They get to learn from these experiences of these other people about history, about art, about life, communication, through sitting back and observing. Yes, because, well, first of all, anytime somebody offers to come in and teach a new approach or have a new way of looking at something, that's a huge gift. So if when that's being offered on the silver plate, that's pretty amazing. So yes, I think it's extremely beneficial. We got to hear not just from the professor, but we got to hear from the actor's perspective, the performer. They're getting to approach each topic from all these different points of view, which I think is really actually very powerful. And they're getting to interact with people in these different areas and learn how they see this and what's their take on this. And I feel like we've gotten two very different takes on storytelling in these two different sessions. I especially love the storytelling of the fairy tales because I felt like we really understood the history where they came from, and that they come from parts of life as it was really happening and the way we deal with life. And then we tell these stories to help us cope with life and help us make sense of life. And kids don't always realize that that's where stories started from. And then to start to go, oh, what are my stories? Facebook, what are the stories that I tell that are happening now? How is that relevant, and how will that be relevant? And what are the stories, how are these stories going to translate in time and in years to come? So I feel like that was really interesting. And I also loved with the previous one when the gentleman on the piano was also bringing it into the music. How is storytelling in music? How cool was that to see that Sondheim is telling the story and teaching the actors and the stories and telling the story with the characters through the way he's presenting the music. And he really showed us how that's apparent in the music, and I thought that was super helpful.